Hello everybody, this is Ash from ASMR coming at you with a handheld video. Wow, I can move you anywhere. Whoa. Um, so this is actually requested in one of my recent streams that I do a bit of an office tour and also a little bit of a behind the scenes video. So I'm doing just that. I did a lot of work to make this office space what it is. It's gone through several changes, and that's it. So let me know how audio is with this. I turned it up a little bit. This is actually the same microphone that I use for my unboxing videos. And I heard some reports that audio was a little on the quieter side for my unboxing videos. So let me know how it is, if it's any better. But yeah, so I guess we'll start with the actual corner that is where I make my ASMR videos. So just flip it right around here. Alright. So sorry for the horrible shadows that this is casting. So this is actually where I sit. It's just a cheap stool I got off of Amazon, which is why you can hear it in every video. There's my green screen. It's again cheap on Amazon. I think that was like $40. So there's that. This ring light, which is also incredibly cheap. You can just hear it. So cheap. You can see if it's the brand name. There's the brand name for you. Yikes. But it works. It does work. For microphone, let's see if we can show you the microphone. That is the Blue Yeti Pro, if it would focus. But yeah, I use Blue Yeti Pro in USB mode because I don't have an XLR setup yet for it. My microphone that I use on my main computer does have an XLR setup, but not this one. This one is just hooked up through USB. I'm looking to upgrade at some point in my life. Cable management is not my forte, as you can see, but it all runs into my rebuilt Alienware Aurora R7. Believe it or not, I actually found that computer, like the shell, like the case. I found it in the trash, believe it or not. Unfortunately, the lights don't work, but it did rebuild it from the ground up, and I'm quite proud of it. So yeah, someone just dumped that on the curb. I couldn't believe it. The monitors they use are nothing special. I mean, it says a Samsung 27-inch. It's the main. Use that tiny little one for secondary. But yeah, just keyboard and mouse. That's the Death Adder Elite, and that is the Razer Black Widow Ultimate that I actually did in the keyboard clean video on. Moving over here, we have my unhooked air conditioner. I was gonna move it somewhere, but honestly, it works well. There's like a little side table, so I just left it there. It kind of connects to the window through a tube whenever it's hot. Printer. It's a pretty beefy printer. It's because other people in the house use it as well, and actually it was theirs. This is the drawer where I keep all my ASMR stuff. Well, two of them, anyways. So this drawer, you can see I've got one I have never used yet, actually, but see, we've got the various, there's a towel using all my haircut videos, glasses for any kind of safety glass thing. I think I use those in the first ASMR ever video. Clamps, tape measure. I keep all the smaller things in that toolbox, like flashlights, things like that. And then on the bottom one, we have the ramblings of a madman. So that's what it looks like whenever you hear me scribbling. Yeah, that's what it looks like. But that's my clipboard. And under that, I have the tumbling e-chart. Under that, we actually have the Ishihara test that I printed off. But I don't actually use them anymore because now I use a green screen. They wouldn't really work. Over here, we have my beautiful Sony Churn-to-Shine. Yes, I do play some retro games on this. I'd love for this to be an actual game room. Unfortunately, it doesn't go up the stairs. It's not going up the stairs. This thing is 400 pounds easily. I mean, this thing was rough to move out of my second floor apartment. Oh god, just thinking about it makes me ugh. It was awful. Yeah, actually, this one, believe it or not, still have a remote for it. I got it for free on Facebook Marketplace. Someone was just getting rid of it, and I just had to pick it up, and they even gave me the remote. So that's a steal on Trinitrons. Look, there I am. Hello. What I have hooked up to it is the Nintendo 64, fat PlayStation 2, not the Slim. You'll see the Slim in a second. Actually, my only working Atari 2600 right now is the Sears Telegames Atari, which is a variant of the 2600. Then we got some fun things. There's the IKEA hat you saw in the Strange Items video. There's the pumpkin wearing the IKEA hat. That bottle of Smirnoff is not actually vodka. That has water in it. I plan to use that as a prop in a video. That video kind of fell through though. But you know, what are you gonna do? That's a it's funny. So when we go out west, there's a gas station by that name right there on the cup. And last time I was there, I found this Joe's Favorite Cup. And it's just a coffee cup, but it's got the funny name on it and everything. Actually, I bought a sweatshirt too. They sell merch. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. If any Midwesterners from the United States are watching, you all know all about that gas station. They know what they're up to. That's just a musical keyboard that I use for some things. It's a very cheap one. I'd still like to learn how to play the piano, but I'm not very good. Here is my actual main computer setup. For keyboard and mouse, you've all seen this keyboard. This is my Red Dragon. I don't remember the model number, but the keycaps are Otemu Reds. It's just a knockoff Cherry MX. Give you a little bit of a sound. It's gonna wake up the computer, but it's already on, so it doesn't matter. Give you a little. There you go. And the keyboard's gonna freak out, or the computer's gonna freak out. Right there is my Elgato Stream Deck. I love this thing. This was also one of the best purchases I've ever made. This actually controls the key light air that's up there. You can also control the brightness with it, as you can see. Make it dimmer and brighter. Just some things that I bought when I was still doing Twitch streaming. I still am. I'm looking to make a return at some point in my life. But this thing is genuinely amazing. Probably some of the best $150 I've ever spent. Right there's where I charge my Galaxy Z Flip 4. I actually really like the Z Flip. If you can believe it. I know a lot of people don't. I actually really do. My only problem with it is there's Zelda. My only problem with it is I don't know how well that's coming out on camera. I know it's got fingerprints all over it. Please don't judge me. I don't know how well that's coming out on camera. You can kind of see it. The weakest part of the screen where it folds, you can see it on camera. You actually can see it like pretty good actually when they get it to the light. It got scratched. That's probably because it's weaker there. It's unfortunate, but it's not that big of a deal. It's not a huge deal. The mouse is another Red Dragon mouse. This mouse is I love it. I love the texture on it. I don't think I like it as much as the Death Adder Elite. But actually, I used to use the Death Adder Elite on this computer. Unfortunately, it didn't break, but it was getting old. And I have the Mamba, the wireless one. For some reason, the wireless one's really jittery on this computer. Don't know what the deal is with that, but I really like this mouse. I know it's not center with camera. I really like this mouse. It's got a rough texture, so it's easier to grip. I like the 3 mouse button. I mean, this is just a nice mouse. It really is, and it fits my hand well. Yeah, it's just a nice mouse. For XLR pass-through, I use that Focusrite Scarlet. As you can see, I just have to turn it all the way up and actually adjust the volume of my audio through OBS. Just turn it all the way up, just have a bass. And that is going to the Shure, some model number. It's the budget one. It's not the It's not the super expensive one. It is the budget one, but it still works well. Works fairly well. This is a really nice desk, actually. Unfortunately, the paint kind of came off on it. I could get that off easily, though. But when I was moving it into this office, to that door, kind of took away some of the paint that gets stuck on there. I could fix it at some point. That right there, it has the awful light on it, as you can see. That is my LG 50-inch TV that I wall-mounted. That's just so I can watch TV and things in here while I work or play games. I've been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate 3 recently. Great game, by the way. Forgot to go over that. That is the Logitech C920. I have not had a reason to replace that yet. I know it's just a little 1080p webcam, but genuinely it's pretty good for just Twitch streaming. In these drawers is actually, in this one, there's a extra Elgato, my old Elgato. We'll go over the Elgato capture cards in a second because I got one that's in the computer. Just some small tripods and things like that. In this drawer, just a chapstick and different tape, things like that. Nothing really special on that one. The computer. I almost forgot to go over this. So I'm gonna put the specs of both computers actually in the description. The major specs, anyways. This fan, I'm not a big fan of this case. This is tempered glass, as you can see. It is tempered glass, but I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's too hard to work on. Now, some of you might be asking, Ash, why do you have a computer here and a computer there? Why don't you just run your cables from this computer over to that stuff? Well, the answer is very simple. The answer might actually surprise you. I just don't want to do that. Believe it or not, the computer that I used to use at this desk used to be my laptop, and I have an Acer Nitro gaming laptop thing. Unfortunately, a lot of things that I do for YouTube, like I use Premiere Pro for editing, that takes a lot of horsepower. And laptops, while they can do that, they shouldn't need to do it often, because it's not easy on the internals at all. This table in the middle. Before I go to that corner, I know this video's kind of all over the place. They're really nice. This is actually a real stone here, and it's just a nice center table. I got my laptop bag down there. That's for the unboxing video coming up later in a week. Excited for that, but that's the first two packages. You see, whenever I get them, I just immediately duct tape the addresses so I don't have to do it all at once. Talk about this corner. This is where I have my console set up. Now, it's kind of an interesting setup I've got going here. The only two that are plugged in right now are the Wii U and the Switch. I used to have the PS4 and the PS2 Slim hooked up, but I don't anymore. But basically what I would do, what I'm doing right now, is these two consoles go through that HDMI box right there. And that HDMI box is running from this HDMI cable to the computer. And that basically allows me to switch game consoles on the fly. What I used to have to do is have to get behind the computer, because in there right now is the HD60 Pro Elgato, which is the internal capture card. So what I'd have to do whenever I wanted to switch a console, I'd have to get behind the computer, dig behind the computer, and start unplugging things. It was annoying. That makes it so I can switch consoles on the fly. And if I ever need to, I just need to go around here and unplug some of them. But only two are being used right now, and there's 5 HDMI ports on there. What I do for older consoles, because I really prided myself on playing games on original hardware, is I'd run, it's not plugged in right now, but I'd run the AV cables into the switch box. AV cables, the switch box, run into this mini AV to HDMI, and this went to that. It's not the cleanest setup, you can tell. Cable management, again, not my forte, but it is nice. It is nice to just be able to switch consoles on the fly. guess the last thing I'll talk about is this filing cabinet. This is all wood, by the way. Real wood. It's a beautiful filing cabinet. And some of you with keen eyes might realize that this is actually, as I move this, where I do my unboxing videos. It's just the easiest place for it, to be honest. And I keep the tripod for it up there because I use the tripod more than just that. So I really like to just have it out, just to be ready. And that is pretty much it. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. After this video, we'll do the whole behind the scenes thing. Actually, it'll be the behind the scenes of that migraine relief video that I made yesterday. So, yeah, I've got that coming out. So stay tuned for that. Or I have that next up, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, and thank you all for watching. It's not going to be the whole thing, but it will be bits and pieces of it, just so you can see what it's like behind the camera. So yeah, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and please feel free to subscribe. It really helps. Bye. Well, listening to this video, you're trying to cure your migraine. Make sure to just take some nice